What's going on, people? What's going on, people? Back again with another episode. FA Cup quarterfinals. Leicester City 3, Manchester United 1. Manchester United officially knocked out of the quarterfinals of the 2021 FA Cup. Wow. It's finally here, guys. It's finally here. We finally crashed out from yet again another tournament that yeah, so Ole is still yet to win another. Sorry, Ole is still yet to win a trophy. Where do we start? Obviously, team selection today was decent. I can understand why Ole decided to rest Bruno. It's been a lot of games. Van der Beek had been injured. Martial, we had Pogba injured as well, all coming back. The mistake I think Ole made was starting all these players that either not match fit or just returning from injuries, having them all start all together in a massive game against Leicester City. That was a huge gamble Ole took, and it blew in his face. So it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Let's just kind of figure out the game. So obviously, the first mistake that happened today was the Fred pass back to Henderson, which was intercepted and it was a goal. I know everyone is blaming Fred for it, but guys, take a second look at the goal. Yes, could Fred have done better? Obviously, Fred could have done better, but what? Why was Maguire decide? Why did Maguire make a decision to pass the ball to Fred? He had other options. He could have easily passed it back to Dean Henderson. He could have passed it to Tellus on the left wing, or he could have passed it out to Wan-Bissaka. But he chose Fred, who had a Leicester City player breathing down his neck, and he still passed it to Fred on his wrong foot. So Fred had to stretch, and you know what? Fred is at fault, but everyone on Twitter is only blaming Fred and not Maguire. Maguire is the 80 million pound player. He's the captain. He should know better. He should know better. And you know what? I'm just so sick and tired of. I'm just done with the playing out of the back. We saw that a couple of weeks ago when Arsenal versus I believe it was Aston Villa when Shaka passes the ball. I mean, Leno passes the ball to Shaka. The exact same scenario, and Shaka loses the ball, and it was a goal. And all of the internet was blaming Shaka. Nothing to do with Leno. So guys, I don't know. Ever since they changed the passing out from the back rule, whereby a goalie can actually pass it to his defender. I think it's just been a shambles, and we've been seeing time and time again, especially this season, of defensive errors when the goalie is passing it back to his defender. But anyways, moving on to the second goal. Just before the second goal, we had the Van der Beek. That was a great goal for Mason Greenwood. Uh, Composed, clinical finish. Pogba instigated the play. Nice dummy fake. Crosses the ball in. Beek, IQ level on point, and just lets the ball roll for Mason Greenwood. That honestly, to me, was the first team goal that we've seen in a very long time for Manchester United. So I was a little happy for the players. And then obviously once again another defensive error. Tillemans was very brilliant today. I think he was the man of the match. He definitely bossed that midfield, unfortunately. But yeah, man, he had a nice drive into the box. It's just so sad that you look at Fred. Fred had to track all the way back to try to prevent that goal. And where was Maguire again? Once again, where was our captain? Where was our center back? Nowhere to be found, jogging. And then you had Lindelof, Miss Linda. What were you doing? Were you practicing your ballerina moves? What were you doing? Like, you were not even trying to prevent the ball sorry, you were not trying to prevent Tillemans from taking that shot. So I just don't get what Ole says, and I just don't get what Ole's seen in the Maguire and Lindelof partnership. I just don't see why that's his to go option in big games. Lindelof and Maguire every game, week in, week out for the big games. It's just I don't get it. Like they were just making defensive blunders. The one Vardy move that could have been the third goal for Leicester City, Vardy just like breezed past Maguire. Like Maguire was like some elementary kid. Like guys, it like Maguire is just I don't know if it's just our team is not cohesive enough. The coaching is just poor, but Maguire is not looking like a top class defender. He's not. And it's sad that Eric Bailly is making Lindelof and Maguire look inferior. But Bailly can barely get a game time. I do get it. He gets injured a lot. But at the same time, guys, like Ole needs to be starting him every chance that he gets. So it's like this whole I'm not really upset, to be honest. I don't know what you guys think about the lineup today. I think, yeah, you could have started Pogba. I didn't really see why you had to rest Bruno in a game whereby we have an international break for 2 weeks. Like Bruno would get his rest like, for Portugal. So now you decide to rest Bruno in a big game that could decide your future. And then you decide to bench Bruno. We needed a little bit of energy in the midfield. I can't lie. Between Van der Beek, who was not fit, coming back from injury, and even if he wasn't injured, Ole just hasn't played him all season, so you can't really expect him to, to be match fit. Same with Tallis. Tallis has barely played the season, not match fit. Like the only players that we had today that have actually played regularly, Mason Greenwood, Wan-Bissaka, Fred, and Dumb and Dumber, Maguire and Lindelof. That's it. Like that was it. In a big game like this, you decided to just put players that have just coming back from injury, not match fit, and this was the game that you chose to start all of them all together. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But anyways, guys, I'm not upset. I just wanted to kind of give my match review. I'm sure you guys have watched my videos. It's the same story. It's the same story. Ole said this past week that trophies is just an ego thing. I'm like, okay, you're supposed to be signing a contract, a 3-year extension, £9 million a year. And you think that trophies is not part of the agenda? You think that trophies is not your goal? Like, I don't get it. I had someone just tell me now on a group chat that, I need to stop being so negative. Ole, we've had the best run with Ole, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's great. That's great that, Ole holds the stat for the most unbeaten run since Alex Ferguson. Hey, that's great. That's a great stat. But what is a stat without trophies? It's nothing. So if we become a club of just stat padding, stat merchants, if that's the club that we're supporting now, then let's all agree that that's all we're here for, is just stats. But the last time I checked, sponsorships don't come through stats. Sponsorships don't come by not winning trophies. You don't win the fan base. You don't win more fans by just stats. Fans want to see trophies. That's why people play football. That's why people play sports, to win a championship. But if we're just okay to be an average team that, yeah, we're going to break every stat in the book, but at the end of the season, we'll win no trophies, then what's the point? Then what is the point? What is the point? Everyone's making excuses for Ole. Oh, he's pragmatic. Oh, he plays it too safe. It doesn't matter what Ole does. The football is the same. The football is absolutely the same. What's his name? The Ruud Hinnick, I think that's his name, the former Dutch player. He did say that is the reality with Manchester United right now is we just don't have the coach. We just don't have the right coach. We have decent players. We don't have the right system. And, other teams now have money. Other teams are winning stuff. They actually do have money now to compete in the market as well. And let's face it, other coaches are playing better football. Look, Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers today outclassed Ole. That's the title of the video. Outclassed Ole with his second string. Madison wasn't playing. Barnes wasn't playing. You had an out of form Vardy. Like the whole team was just like, come on, guys. The second string team. And Ole still got outclassed. And that's what shows you. And this is why I talk about a good coach will provide you a good system that is sustainable and is duplicable. You know, like great systems, whether it's in business, whether it's in any form of life, it's a good system. You can duplicate a good system. But when we come to Manchester United, our system is not duplicatable, if that's the word. Sorry, guys. You know, it's not. Look at today. We took off Bruno. We took off Shaw. We took off McTominay. Not like I rate McTominay or Daniel James, but look at how flat we went. And then Ole brought the 4 subs in, and it didn't change. If anything, it got worse. It got worse. Did you have to take Van de Beek off? No, you didn't have to at the time that you did in the 64th minute. There was still a lot of game time. Yeah, in the 75th minute, you could because he hasn't had enough games. So I can understand that. But just to panic and then you just bring in 4 subs, 4 of your favorite guys, Bruno, Shaw, McTominay, and what's it last? And Cavani. There was no game plan of what they were actually supposed to do. What was the instruction? What was Ole's instruction to them? Oh, hey guys, just go score a goal. Was that Ole's instruction? This is not FIFA. This is not career mode. But you look at other teams, and it's crazy. You know, shout out to Arsenal today. Shout out to West Ham. Shout out to Jay Links, Jesse Lingard. Week in, week out, he's showing us the quality that he has. Look at that goal today. I watched that West Ham game, the West Ham versus Arsenal game. That's a game of football, a game of 2 halves. West Ham dominated the first half, and then Arsenal dominated the second half. It was a battle of management. That's what I want to see from my team. Like I've been talking to my brother and his friends because they're Arsenal fans, and this is what I've been trying to voice is it's not even about like who is better. It's just that when I watch their football, I'm actually can see patterns. I can see a plan. I can see what Arteta is trying to do. When I watch Manchester United, and everyone is saying it, I had my friends, like non-United friends, say, you know what, you're right. Man United is officially the most boring team to watch as a neutral fan. The most boring team to watch. No game plan. Everything is disjointed. Yeah, today the game was a little slower today, but we were not losing possession recklessly. We were not reckless in our position, but guess what happens? You take off Pogba, which I get. Understand Pogba can't play the full 90 minutes. Tell us all these players just have not played enough games. So I get it. But whose fault is that too? Whose fault is that? That's Ole's fault. Because Ole just doesn't make subs when he can. When the players are fit, he doesn't make subs. So, you know what? This was long coming. Ole deserves every result that he's getting right now. Every negative result that he's getting. He deserves it. Because there is only so much you can push your luck. There's only so much that you can push luck. Only so much. You know? Wrecking players' careers. I was watching Bean Sports. They were talking about how Ole is just wrecking Van de Beek's confidence. You know, like his kid wants to play for the Euros. He wants to play in the Euros for the Dutch team. But now he's probably not going to make the Euro team because the Dutch squad is actually pretty stacked right now. But he's probably not going to make it, even though he deserves to make it. He probably wouldn't just because lack of game time, lack of confidence. You know? What is Ole's reaction? Gonna be the exact same thing. Ole's reactions can be the exact same thing. Oh, we're working on things. You know, it's progress. Oh, Jose Mourinho left me a team to rebuild. Blah blah blah. We're finishing we might finish second with the same number of points in the league that we did last year, finishing third. So how is that progress? In 2 seasons or 2.5 seasons, still no trophies. Mourinho wasn't the best coach, but at least he won us the league, sorry, the Europa League and the League Cup. Van Gaal, boring football, but at least he still won the FA Cup. I'm still waiting for Ole's trophy, but fans are still supporting him. But fans are still supporting him, making every excuse in the book. Like, the excuses have run out. The excuses for Ole have simply run out. Obviously, it wasn't all on Ole today. Fred was a little clumsy today. He just did not have a great game today. There's a few players, defenders didn't really do much as well. So I'm not going to fully say that Ole was solely to blame, but he's been picking the teams. He's been the greatest man manager since Alex Ferguson. I think that's a myth. I honestly think that's a myth, that he's the greatest man manager. No, he's not. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys can we can come together as fans and say enough is enough. After the season, Ole has done his job. It's time for him to move on. I think we've been tortured enough with this football. We've been tortured enough with it. But anyways, guys, it's been fun. Tonight I'm gonna be on Sarcasm City TV with Flawless at 11:45 UK time. So you guys can tune into that. I'm excited for that as well. But anyways, guys, I really appreciate those of you that smashed the like button. I really appreciate it. Please continue to like, subscribe, and share the channel. And yeah, man, this is it. International break officially. Take a break from Ole football. Take a break. These players deserve a break. I'm sure Pogba is probably Pogba is probably very happy to fly back to France and be with the team and actually be in a good environment, in an environment that he can learn. I'm sure Van der Beek is probably happy to go back to Holland to go meet his teammates. And, these players deserve to go back now to their nations to just regroup and actually learn something, because I'm convinced they're not learning anything with this coach. They're absolutely not learning anything. So when Pogba says it's a breath of fresh air when I go to Les Bleus, he's not kidding. It is a fresher breath air. It's a breath of fresh air going to play for the French team. Because if I was a professional football player, I would not want to play on this team. I would not want to play on this team. I don't care if we're second or first in the league. I would not want to play for this team. Football is more than just the results. But anyways, guys, it's been great. It's been fun. But anyways, that's it, man. Not good enough. Not good enough. Not good enough. But there's still going to be a lot of you out there supporting Ole till the death. But anyways, guys, it's been fun. Till next time, I'll see you. Take care.